Well, thank you, Chris, for inviting Congressman Bozeman and me to this convention to discuss the issues that are really critical to our counties across Arkansas and to their citizens. I've always held a very deep respect for Arkansas County officials because you're on the front lines of public service 24/7. You are essential to the well-being of our state, and we would not survive without you. And that's why I've always considered our work together like a partnership. If I'm in a position to make your job just a little bit easier, then I'm bound and determined to take that opportunity. In fact, my colleagues in the administration are not going to hear the last of it until we've addressed your needs. You and I are partners in making sure that Arkansas continues to enjoy the rural life that we have all treasured so very much in our lifetime, and that's why this election is so important. And I've always thought Congressman Bozeman was a very nice guy, and guess what? I still do. But we have some very real differences that matter a lot to Arkansas. From all I hear, John's running against me because he says I'm too liberal. Well, that tells me that I must be doing something right, because just a few months ago, the Washington unions called me too conservative. These are very serious times that we're living in, and our nation faces serious challenges ahead of us. The people of Arkansas deserve better than just another political campaign that's based on partisan labels. Unlike John, when his first campaign ran on privatizing Social Security, I'm against privatizing Social Security and certainly against cuts to Medicare. And I think John's idea for a 23% national sales tax on everything we buy is just a plain bad idea for Arkansans. And now there's another big difference. I won't sacrifice my state to score political points for my party. Just last year, the congressman was right there with me trying to get special projects in the 3rd Congressional District. In fact, he listed more than $1 billion of them on his website. But in this election year, things have changed. I've lost my partner in the 3rd Congressional District because he's joined lockstep with his party in Washington and signed a pledge: no more special projects for Arkansas. And you know what Congressman Bozeman's office tells his constituents this year when they ask for special projects. They say, go talk to Senator Lincoln and Senator Pryor. They'll take care of you this time. We need Arkansas to be a team. Folks, these special projects that are requested by our constituents and designated by members of Congress don't add to our budget. They actually take away from the spending that's available for the Washington bureaucrats and their funding formulas to send to larger urban states. These so-called earmarks, which are now completely transparent, are the great equalizer for small rural states like Arkansas that often send more money in tax revenue than we get back. My job is to fight for you. It might be disaster aid for ag producers one day. It might be helping you figure out a way to deal with some silly federal regulation the very next day. Or it might even be funding for special projects. But I promise you that I will always be in there fighting for you. That's something you can always count on from me. Thank you again for having me today, and I certainly look forward to our conversation.